Statistics prove that RPGaDay is 6 times better than a swift kick in the pants. Good day, and welcome to August 25th. We're getting close to the end of things. Today's question is about something that happens at the end of a session, or maybe something that should happen every once in a while toward the end of a session or toward the end of a campaign or something. And that's, what's the best way to say thank you to your game master? I suppose a flip side to this question would be, what's the nicest or best or most effective way to let your game master know something isn't quite working out? But let's focus on the positive. What's the best way to thank your game master? Over the years, I've been thanked in a lot of different ways, and I found that a lot of them have made me uncomfortable, or at least feel a little awkward, and that's not a feeling that I enjoy at all. I guess it's part of my character or something, not the way that it was done. But one of the most common ways that I've been thanked is to be given an RPG product, like someone giving you the game and saying, hey, thanks a lot, you're a great game master, or this campaign's been fun, how about this? And passing over a new game book. Well, that's really cool and touching, and that kind of, I guess, trust that you're going to do a good job with this game is important. But at the same time, I found that more often than not, the person giving me game X in our group is the person most suited to run game X, and it's usually not me that I would choose to run that game. So that's kind of funny. There have been times, of course, when it was like, this is awesome, and we've had a fantastic time. One memorable one is Army of Darkness, the Unisystem version of Evil Dead. But there have been exceptions where it's like, wow, I will be nowhere near as good running this game as you would, but I guess you really want to play it, so I'll try. And remember that point for later. So what kinds of thanks or displays of gratitude do I like, or do I think can be smoothly inserted without causing awkwardness? My preferred method is simply to say thank you, but to be specific. Like, thanks for the game, that was a lot of fun. I particularly liked the part where I was on fire hanging out of the back of the truck. Something like that. Combining positive feedback with thanks gives the game master something else to talk about other than to say, you're welcome, and or to be self-deprecating or whatever. And also is a clear signal about what exactly about tonight's session or today's session that you particularly enjoyed, so the game master can file that away, that this is a technique or this is a situation or scene which works. Let's figure out how to use this more effectively in the future. So I like that. Thanks for the session. I particularly enjoyed X. That's a good one. The second one is to take some of the responsibility. A lot of times, the game master can be the person who's providing the location, they're providing the actual games, they're doing all the prep, running the game, if there's, if it's a game that involves prep, and they're doing the scheduling. That can be a drag. One of the really nice things that I think a group can do to say thank you, and that communicates very clearly that they like the game, is to get involved in the scheduling so that you don't have to. So someone in the group or a couple of people in the group go around, they find out what everybody's availability is, and they present the choice to the group, and we pick a day, and it's just seamless and nice, and it's not a lot of stress. And particularly for game masters who are on the shy side, maybe, and like, well, can we play next week or whatever, this takes a lot of that away. So it's pretty cool, sharing the responsibility. And it doesn't have to be just for scheduling. It could be an offer to host, or rotating hosting duties around through the group, or organizing the schedule, or taking care of transportation details or food details, or whatever. Just taking some of the load of planning off the game master is pretty cool, or all the load of planning, so they can just focus on the game. And the last one is to run a game. I mean, obviously There are a lot of groups where the person who's the game master is the game master by choice, and maybe they are most comfortable in that role. Or maybe the group has this kind of forward momentum that if someone's going to run something, it will be that guy or that girl. But that doesn't mean they don't want to play. And getting an opportunity to play every now and again is a pretty nice way to say thank you, especially if you say, look, you've been doing such a great job being a game master. I really want to give you a chance to play in this setting for a while or for a session or whatever. And that's pretty cool. Sometimes when a campaign is shifting from one campaign to the next, or after a particularly dramatic period, or if the game master is getting really, really busy with something in their own life and they're having difficulty being available for regular games, you say, look, just show up and play. I'll run the session this week so we can keep our group momentum going. All of these things communicate a sense of thankfulness and gratitude for what the game master normally provides to this group activity. All the members of the group are important. Sometimes it's nice to say thanks to the game master. So these are 3 suggestions for how I like to do it, and the form of thanks that I feel comfortable receiving. And I'm pretty curious what other people think. I think of the questions asked in this run of RPGaDay, this one might get the most insight into our base characters. Who knows? Anyway, tomorrow's question for August 26th, question number 26, is which RPG offers the most useful resources? Now, like many of these questions, the onus is on you to define what is meant by resources. A couple of suggestions would be Game Master advice, or supplements that very clearly and efficiently detail setting information, such as some kind of gazetteer or atlas, or it might be something entirely different, up to you. Resources, support for running and playing the game. Which RPG do you feel provides you with the most useful resources? That's tomorrow's question. See you then. Use the hashtag RPGaDay or visit RPGaday.com to find out what others are saying on this topic.